In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is African. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa. SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news, plus the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
Yes, you're here Wednesday, the 28th of May, and we are here too. I'm Mike Godwin Iwerajunwa, and I'm here with Olayinka Raji from Lagos, Nigeria. Olayinka Raji, you're welcome to Wednesday African Updates.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, viewers around the world. Welcome to our global update on Wednesday.
Yes, indeed. I hope the weather is is warm out here and sunny, but the thing is, it changes with time. You know, we could have a warm morning, and during the day it just switches. How is Lagos weather this morning, Raji?
At the moment, February is drizzling and it's very cool.
Drizzly, very cool. So, traveler stories, you had that. Lagos is cool this morning. If you're planning to be in Lagos this morning, it's a beautiful weather out there. Raji, let's talk something very important. You're a father. I'm a father. Yesterday was Children's Day in Nigeria, and it's a very significant holiday. It's an international mapped out day to celebrate children, but the thing is the dates differ. So 27th of May was that of Nigeria, and they marked the celebration of children, raising awareness on issues that affects children. Raji, Nigerian, let's put it on the Nigerian scale. The Nigerian child, is there a hope? Is there a bright future for them? How is the future and Nigerian child?
The future of the Nigerian child shall always be hopeful, because without hope, then we may as well fold our hands and go to one corner and die. There shall always be hope, whether the government likes it, whether the parent likes it, whoever does not like it, because children are our future, and without any hope, then our future is not our future is actually
bleak,
endangered. Yes.
So, Raji, more importantly, we can say this, like you just said, very optimistic point. But what is the government doing? What as a people, as fathers, as elders, how are they paving the way for those hope to be realized? How are they building the path to this children's future? Is there concrete?
There's no way that we can put this thing in the hands of government alone, because left for government, at least this present government, their major concern is how to win the next election. And they have been telling us clearly that the difficulties we are facing now is for a better future. We are not sure whether we can even survive this presence for us to have any celebration in future. But still, the children are our future. In fact, I was really happy to see parents taking time off to spend time with children.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And the fact is that every parent has a bright hope for the children's future, and the future starts today. Today, without in spite of all difficulties that the government seems to be throwing into the path of parents, parents are determined to give their children a better future.
Parents are determined to give their children better future. Yes. So it's important what we're saying, Raji. It's really it's important because yesterday the Children's Day marked a time to reflect on all of these issues you're buttressing. Also, the parents. Let's look at the parents. Yes, the government, you said, is not solely on the government side. Parents should do their part too. But do most the average Nigerian home, do these parents have what it takes to give these children good upbringing? I mean, if we're still talking about minimum wage of I've forgotten how much that is,
70,000 naira.
70,000 naira, and we're still having issues with some things, electricity, all of these work. No, people are being laid off from employment. How do parents meet up? It becomes very, very strenuous for them.
It is a serious struggle. It's a serious struggle. Unfortunately, government is failing in so many areas. If government could, for instance, concentrate on child education, and put more emphasis in getting schools better organized. You go to any public school in most states, you probably don't have seats. The schools don't have roofs. So I wonder how children who were brought up in such circumstances could ever look forward to a better hope in future when their present is so dastardly, so dire.
So there,
parents are trying. You will see all manner of private schools being set up as adjunct to public schools that have been deliberately destroyed by lack of infrastructure and all this. And when government talks about taking loans for infrastructure, for some infrastructure deficit, I wonder what infrastructure they are actually thinking about. Because you look at, if they could concentrate on schools, get the schools better organized instead of private schools cropping up everywhere and giving our children very, very bad education. I want to give an example about Finland. The educational system in Finland is the best in the world. The public educational system and the priority they give to children education and to teachers emolument is the best in the whole world. Best in the whole, highest in the whole world. Teachers are given so much respect because the teacher builds the future. The future is in the children.
The teachers build the future. The future is in the children. Powerful.
Children. In Finland, there are there are hardly any private schools because no private primary school is allowed to charge fees.
All right, Raji. What this discussion is very, very important. And I'm happy another father is here. Well, viewers, we have with us again our man, regular panelist, Sir George Chukwu from Toronto, Canada. Sir George, you're welcome.
Good morning, Massive Mark, and good morning, Olayin Karaji. Good morning, viewers from around the world. Welcome. Thank you.
Welcome, George. George, important discussion here. You won't believe what Raji is putting out. Good viewpoints. George, yesterday in Nigeria, the children celebrated their Children's Day. It's an international day, actually, the Children's Day all over the world. But I think countries have different days they celebrate it. Yes, it's an international holiday. And we were talking about Nigerian children. We normally use those words. The children are the future of tomorrow, da 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 da. And Raja and I were saying, what do we have on ground to see the Nigerian child really become the future? And Raja was giving me some of his views. Let's hear from you, George. Nigerian child and the future.
Where do I begin? First and foremost, we believe the fundamental rights of Nigerian children are trampled daily. If you think about Nigerian children today, and if you think about the political system in our country today, and when you think about we are considered to be children, is children from 18 years and under, we know that for the past 60 years, we have not considered our children. Yeah, before the war, it was a little different because the smell and the aroma of our political, British government that ruled us for many years were still there. But right after the war, we have trampled upon on our children through poverty, poor health care, lack of education, child labor, sexual exploitation, forced marriage, systemic neglect. Many children themselves are forced into all kinds of mess that we don't even understand. Even children are incarcerated as adults. We saw that not too long ago. When the protesters from the north were all put in prisons. So when you look at all these things, you ask yourself, what have we done for our children that we consider to be the future of tomorrow? What kind of respect do we give to these kids? Think about it for a moment. To get a proper education in Nigeria, you only have to go through private schools. Think about it. And most of the teachers are in these schools, they can't even read or write, simply because they are so poorly paid that those who went to any type of educational school will not even want to go there. Children are still sitting on the ground in many schools in Nigeria today. Yet we are buying private jets. Yet we are buying boats. Yet we are buying all kinds of things for these, older adults. But our own children are being neglected. The world has moved so far when it comes to education. I am telling you, when you come here in North America, we've seen it happen so many times. I went to my friend's house one day, and then he bought a brand new television, and he didn't know his left from his right, what to do. Do you know who he called? He called his granddaughter came, took the granddaughter, 4 years old, and took the remote. Here, granddaddy. We looked at each other. That's exactly what we're. But think about Nigerian children today. Where are they? Where are they? It's really crazy when you think about all these things, And then also you see how many, especially the young girls in Nigeria, what they have gone through is beyond comprehension. Honestly speaking. The world is becoming a global village. It is coming closer and closer. Tell me, bring 1,000 children today from Nigeria, from different parts, and bring 1,000 children from any parts of the world, especially in North America, and compare their, their enlightenment and all those things.
Thank you,
Nigeria
George.
Nigeria must take its children very seriously. They are not
Nigeria must take its children.
leaders. They are not just leaders of tomorrow. They are minors of today. And today's values are measured by tomorrow's hope. So we have an issue that government wants to deal seriously with when it comes to the children.
We're still on this topic, and it's a good thing we have with us our diva BD, that also has interest. She has a passion for children. Diva BD, you're welcome to SSM Friday, Wednesday African Updates.
Thank you very much for having me today. Our viewers all.
Nice.
Thank you very much for having me today. Our viewers all around the world. Sir George, Sir Raji, massive man. Nice to see you
Whenever I
guys
see your
again.
face, my face will lit up with just a beautiful smile. Hi. Oh, you make me
All
want
right.
to be here.
So we're still on the topic. Right, BD, we're talking. It's actually yesterday. It was yesterday we had the Children's Day, 27th May. But because we weren't on the frame, we're talking about it today. Children, very, very important group of people in the world. Now, I want to ask you, let me start with BD. Also, yesterday we saw our president in a photo with children. I guess these are his grandchildren with the son and the son's wife. So it was also to depict that May 27th Children's Day. BD, is this present administration doing much to help the children of Nigeria?
The president gave a speech yesterday, and he said that he will stop bullying, and he's promising Nigerian children better future. That's what he said, and we believe him. But when you look around what is happening in our society, you cannot see that better future for an average Nigerian child. You hear a lot of Nigerians saying, since they were born, or since we were born, we keep hearing we are the leaders of tomorrow. But they don't give us that training, that mindset, that environment that will make you feel like, yes, I'm actually going to lead tomorrow. Now, if you bring it down to our government and what is on ground in Nigeria today, the people I used to hear when I was a child to be leaders are still the people leading today. And I'm no longer a child. So I wonder how the president tends to give the children that better future he promised. He said he promises to stop bullying, which is becoming so common in our society. And I think he really needs to do that. So that's just it. It was Children's Day yesterday, but it wasn't like it used to be growing up as a child in Nigeria. It was so plain. It wasn't well celebrated like it used to celebrate. People will say, what is the need for these children? What is the need for these children? Because a lot of Nigerian children are no longer even in Nigeria. Most Nigerian children you will see in Nigeria today are the lower class. The middle class children in Nigeria, they are no longer in Nigeria. They've taken them away. Do you understand? They've taken them away. They are no longer in Nigeria. You see, before people will say, oh, I'm afraid if I take my children out when they were small, they might not return. But the parents are no longer afraid. They want to take their children where they say they will have a better future. You see families, mostly fathers, they will send their family abroad and they will stay here. So how are they going to have that better future? I don't know. I wish them all the best.
Okay, George, Raji,
yes, I just wanted to add something quickly. I just wanted to, I mean, this thought just came to me now. If I have a choice where to be born as a child, I will never, before I come into this world, I will not choose Nigeria. A recent study in Lagos, a Lagos hospital, found out that so many children were abandoned. Many children were abandoned. Moms and dad, they will have kids. 25,000 alone. Many of these children were abandoned by their parents. Some are held back because they couldn't pay 25,000 naira after they are born. And many of them are going through malnutrition. This particular study is from Lagos. So if it is in Lagos, consider other states, what is happening in this area. So these children, they come into the world already, trouble don't begin.
Oh,
Trouble because their parents
Now,
cannot pay 25,000 for them to come out. Number two, they are being held there. So tell me, what if these people that are working in the hospital can't even feed adults? What would they be doing to these children? So think about it for a moment. This is what you call a specific child abuse that is going on in our country, and we are doing all kinds of things as adults, wasting government money.
The situation could be so dire.
The
situation could be so dire. If you probably would be very, very afraid.
Okay.
If you consider what George had just said, the level, the economic situation of most parents, and what they have to feed their children. So you see children who have the form of a human being, but who, because of malnutrition and disnutrition, are not properly mentally developed. And when such people, it is not a small group, it is a huge group. It's a huge group.
It's a huge
If
group.
what George just said now is about Lagos, then consider other states where the level of living is much lower than what we have in Lagos. I went to my village and I could see my people feeding their children on Indomie, while we have a lot of sweet potatoes, which is more nourishing than Indomie. Indomie is so cheap and so easily available, and that is what a lot of children are fed on. Therefore, malnutrition from childhood, by the time the child gets to 7 years old, is completely formed. His mental development is completely constrained and restrained by malnutrition from birth. So how do we get to educate such group of people, and how do we get to prepare them for the future? It's a serious matter.
Okay, go ahead. Let be the okay.
Imagine you know, I didn't really want to go further because there's nothing to talk about. Which children are we celebrating? Are we celebrating children that in Nigeria? Imagine what Sir George told you in Lagos. If in the Lagos hospital, that is our center of excellence, that children cannot be well taken care of in hospital, then imagine what is going on in other rural area and other states. Now, which children are we celebrating? Is it children that they said, UNICEF said that 1 out of 3 children in Nigeria is out of school. And that's not live. I've done that research, I've seen it, I've walked around Lagos and the Ogun states. I saw the number of children that are not in school. As we speak presently, about 10.8 Nigerian children is out of school. Now, how can you grow a future of children who are not in school? Now, you see, there's this program we did one certain time. For a child that will be intelligent or a child that will know how to read and write, you have to capture them in primary school. Do you understand? If a child did not get the basic education in nursery, primary school, in secondary school, it's just patch. That's what they'll be doing. And we have lost it with our children in their infant age. These children go on Lagos streets, Lagos road on a daily basis. You see them hawking. And when you get close to them and you try to interview them, they need to hawk, because if they don't do that hawking, they won't eat. The family cannot afford to feed them. So they have to sell to eat. They cannot even afford their school fees. So when the Nigerian government comes out to speak grammar, it gets me angry, because they know the basic things to do and they will not do it. Now you said you want to prepare a better future for those children. When this government came to government, we all were in this country. The first thing they did was to increase tuition fee of students. Are you people not aware? A lot of protests took place in Lasu and Lagos states here. They increased school fees.
Very,
Do
very
you
true. Yes.
understand? A
Yes.
lot of children have to drop out of school. Now, tell me the kind of future you're preparing for children that cannot afford your school fees. Children that are not in school at their infant age. Before they get to secondary school, they form a different kind of lifestyle. They want to get rich quick. Do you understand? So,
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
So,
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 so
BD,
I
let,
just
let me
want to
let me
add
bring let me
sorry,
bring our
just
no no
one
let me
point.
I know well we're still on the topic, but the viewers are joining in, the numbers are climbing, so we need to let them understand what we're talking.
Okay.
Viewers, we are talking about the future of the Nigerian child. Yesterday marked 27th the Children's Day, 27th of May 2025, and it's an international holiday anyway, but Nigeria takes theirs on the 27th. So that day is supposed to celebrate the child, raising awareness on issues that affects children and helping people understand how to better pattern children for the future. So this is what we're discussing, viewers. Raji, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm afraid to even think that the government is deliberate in destroying education and destroying education from the primary level,
Okay.
and in ensuring that parents are so impoverished that they can't even feed their children well enough for the children to develop mentally, for them to be able to even go to school, and therefore for them to be able to prepare for themselves for a better future. I don't want to believe that, but it seems to be because the government at the moment is involved, is concerned only about winning elections in 2027.
Winning elections in
now,
2027. Okay.
consider this, because let the truth be told. Let
Go
the
ahead.
truth be told.
Yes,
Okay?
George. Tell us the truth. Tell us the
Think
truth.
about the female child in Nigeria for one moment, and think about different parts of Nigeria. For instance, Zamfara and Kano, we're still struggling over the situation of allowing a 12 years old being given in marriage. A 12 years old that is not even well developed yet, they're giving them in marriage. Can you imagine that? Is that not child abuse? Or should we talk about in the South, some places in the South, the female genital mutilation that is going on, which is, one of the fundamental human rights that are given, that female children should not be mutilated or circumcised. So you see, when you talk about education and all of this is, Biddy just mentioned, hawking. This is what you see, simply because parents are not able to now do things to feed the family. They have to send the child out. And a lot of children are not going to school because they are afraid of being kidnapped. Have we thought about that for a moment? Think about it.
it's true.
A child will not
What
go
what
to
what
school
what what
because
are,
the parents are afraid.
what are this? What is it about school is scam? Because a lot of people went to school, have come out, and they found themselves useless, and
No
therefore
jobs.
the adage that the school is scam, and they can see a Yahoo boy who is making money, and then they think, why did I go to school? School is scam. It is a deliberate. I hope it's not a deliberate weaponization of poverty,
I
of
don't.
illiteracy, of development of the
I
average
don't.
Nigerian child.
Olayinka Raja, I don't think it's deliberate. It is absolute
Sir George,
wickedness and meanness.
yeah, it's
Because if any intelligent individual
That's how it become
anywhere in the world,
deliberate.
should think about children, helpless children first. Yet, when they were born in Nigeria, every single resource that God has given Nigeria ought to be used for these children until at least 18 years old. But we are not doing it. We're, just allowing grown-ups, they get desperate. They're not in school. Even even female children in secondary schools, and some of them in university, they sell their bodies in order to be able to make make ends meet in school. Can you
Yes,
imagine that?
we
Isn't
are
that
building. We
child
are
abuse?
the government
Can
is
I
building
add?
infrastructure.
Can I add to what
Infrastructure.
you?
15
Yes.
trillion coastal road is infrastructure for the development of the country. It doesn't matter about what is happening to the children. They are
Okay.
interested in
Let's use
taking loans for
taking
infrastructure.
loans
Nonsense.
for roads, coastal road.
Can
Did you go
I
ahead?
add to what
Yeah.
Sir Raji said?
Mm-hmm.
He said the schools is scam in Nigeria, and it makes it look like it has come to stay. Is because of our political.
Oh dear, BD, we're losing you. Okay, BD, let's take a small break, gentlemen. Listen,
In
you
Nigeria,
guys
that
don't
people
know
will go
how.
to school. Sir,
Uh, BD, we're losing you. It's not flowing. You're bouncing. So, but let's take a break, gentlemen. George, Raji, BD. This topic somehow we wouldn't mind if we probably have to say this all through because our numbers also are climbing. I think people probably hearing us want to. They are sharing the link or something, and I think that this is a very interesting topic because you guys are raising up real points that I never even thought about. School is scam. Can you imagine? And do you know that school is scam is coming or even to Europe? The African community are beginning to think that there's no point going to school. So many black people, Africans, are leaving, dodging school, and rather going on, hustle, they call it. So we need to talk about this because still, no matter what people say, education matters, mostly the basic one. AI, we talk of AI, Raji and George and BD. And do you know that you still need to, even if you know all the appliances and you can be IT savvy, you still need to have a level of education to to make prompts on AI, to come up with details and do the AI thing that the world is now talking about. So let's come on the other end and we continue with this topic. Thank you, gentlemen.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa. SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerian soul are proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
Here are 3 things that I absolutely loved about Nigeria. Number 1, I fit in. I fit in. Melanin, caramel, chocolate, mocha, whatever you may call it, I fit in, baby. I felt at home. I didn't feel out of place. I didn't feel like anybody was staring at me. Nobody was looking at me strange when I walked around in the stores. I mean, everybody was minding their own business. Number 2, the people. I mean, Nigerians are a vibe. The diverse culture, the different tribes, the different religions, the people are a vibe, okay? Whatever it is that you're looking for, they got it in Nigeria, okay? And they see you. They see you. They notice you. There's a sense of community. People care. Yes. And of course, you might be woken up at 2 a.m. because it's church going on a loudspeaker, but hey, nothing wrong with a little godliness, okay? Relax. Number 3, I love that Nigerians are resilient. They are resilient, very ambitious and resilient people. They don't depend on the government for anything. They will figure out how they can take care of themselves. They see their systems. They know it's messed up. And guess what? They still thrive and they still figure out a way to make it work. So shout out to all my Nigerians. You are nothing but queens and kings in my eyes. If you're an LDR couple and you're not yet following us, what are you waiting for? Make sure you engage from the bottom up and we'll do the same. I'll see you in the next video.
SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news, plus the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
Yes, you're welcome. Welcome, viewers. We're back on our SSM Wednesday African Update. So I'm here with George, Raji, and BD. The children the children issue is really, really important. So what we will do is set aside a day and bring maybe more minds to join us, because we need to, maybe our people, maybe local network in Nigeria is not doing enough. We could be that avenue to reach out and talk about these issues. So, gentlemen, in one sentence, let's crop up on that topic. What do you think, BD, what do you think how do we start in changing the whole narrative, these damaged children that we're experiencing now?
You see, the phrase education is scam started in Nigeria when Nigerians started paying attention to money than integrity. Do you understand? Now, in Nigerian governments, you will see people who will go to school, have master's degree, have doctor's degree, have different degrees. They will not get a job. Even when they get a job, they pay them peanuts. They work for years, nothing to show for it. But you go and pick it out on a motor park just because he helped you carry the ballot box, or he helped you rig election, or is your hitman. They carry that tout, put the tout in office. Within a year or 2 years, he has built a house, he bought a car, he's living large, and the society are respecting him. If you have such person in a family, integrity he doesn't have. But when he comes to a village meeting or a community meeting, he speaks, they listen to him because he has money. And the person, the professor who has integrity, who don't have money, will speak. The society,
okay, BD, we're losing you.
From when we start often. Now, Sir George is talking about our girls sleeping around. How did our girls get to start sleeping around? You see a girl or a woman who has a relationship and it's going well for him or her. Then our politicians take these young girls. They buy them house. They fly them around the globe. They buy them the big cars. Then the ones who are working, doing menial job, living a mental job, when they see those ones, some mother will tell them, is that not your mates? Can't you do what they are doing? So people now feel that I'm wasting my time trying to be a good person, trying to make it legally, trying to read. Once I can just, be a hitman for one politician or sleep with one politician, and I'll make money, and society will recognize and respect you. It starts from what the society regards. That's why people view education like it is a scam, and that's where this phrase "education is scam" starts. Now, in a society that has legalized illegality, and now you said you have a future, you're preparing a future for your children who are not presently in school. What kind of future are you preparing for them when you have not given them the basic education? When parents cannot even afford to pay your school fees, you came into government and you increase all the fees. parents cannot afford it. I wonder the kind of future you want to provide for these children, or you're building for these children. Maybe probably they should tell us, because somebody like me, I don't know.
Wow, strong words from BD. Yes, George and Raji, let's just summarize. What do you guys have to say? What's the start to changing this whole madness with the children?
So should I go on?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, I had the privilege to speak to a group of students in a secondary school.
Okay.
And I told them my story, what we've been told when we were growing up, that we were the leaders of tomorrow. So I told them, okay, look, leadership does not mean that you are in a position of power or anything. That from their homes, they should start building leadership. Because tomorrow starts today. That even in the family, they should take charge of their family, of their younger siblings, organize a home, help their parents organize the home. That's how you build leadership. It is up to the individual now to start building leadership from home, and start even before you go to school, or even while you are in school, to build leadership. Now, I wish them the best, because the government is not ready to help you to improve your education system.
Improve your life. Okay, George.
So, first and foremost, I can give you an example of what we know here.
Okay.
There is what you call compulsory education, or that is number one. It doesn't matter where you come from, because if you are born in Canada, if you have a Nigerian parent and you're born in Canada, and you go back to Nigeria today, the Nigerian High Commission Office will ensure that that child is safe in the hands of the parents. If anything happens to that child, even in our own country, they will force that child to be taken away from you and returned back to Canada and given to the welfare system to take care of them. It's happened so many times before, and parents are crying because a little child of 8 years old made a comment that went to the High Commission's office. They came and took that child from the parents. On the people there, they were crying until they ensure that the parents are going to take care of that child. Number one, we need to start a school program. A school program whereby to help improve attendance and nutrition for the children. Because what Allah Inkaraju was saying, if you remember, because of malnutrition, some of them at the age of 10, they have the mentality of a 5-year-old because of malnutrition. Then also you have to invest in making sure that the teachers that are teaching these children are well educated and well rounded up. How can you have an illiterate to go and teach a child? What are they going to teach them? You can't give what you don't have. So, and then also we must ensure, it doesn't matter, make sure that there is a good healthcare system for children under age. What are we doing in our own country? All we are doing is stuffing up our pockets, taking all our money and looting outside of the country, making other countries rich. We can't even do anything for our own children. These are fundamental things that needs to be done in our country for our own children, for many other things. All these protect our children from abuse. Because mainly because of poverty, they will bring a little child to go to another household to begin to serve.
Okay. All right,
Many of these children are abused. So government must be conscious of what is going on and ensure that they apply these things and use the money that God brought to all these children in our country to take care of your education. All these fundamental little things.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I tell you, we're going to put out a special day to really talk more on this.
It is very important.
In fact, the numbers were also increasing while BD was talking. So let's go to some small news before we wrap it up. there's something good coming out from Nigeria this morning. I don't know if you all know about it. The government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has granted the Southeast. They've granted a request to have a development commission. I understand that whole thing very well. I don't know if you guys understand that. Development commission is vital. We have development commission in the south, in the southwest, in the north, but we don't have in the southeast. But behold, we now have that grant opening up for the southeast to have development commission. Now, what do we mean by that development commission? These are commissions that are tasked with promoting economic and social development in that region. So, like we have the NNDC in the southeast, south, that has helped in a lot of development in the south. So now we have this grant to raise up our own commissions that will help us also in a lot of progressive issues. BD, do you have that news? Because for me, it's good news Tinubu has done for the southeast. Tell us, BD.
I have the news. The Bola Ahmed Tinubu government, yes, has passed the bill for the Southeast Development Commission. That's a big one. Congratulations to Southeast and congratulations to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But now I have a different view today. It's my opinion.
Okay.
At this moment, it's good. See, let me tell you, I'm not excited about it. You know why I'm not excited about it? Over 20 years, other region or other zones in Nigeria have their development
commissions.
Commission over 20 years. Why is it coming now to Southeast? Oh, don't talk like that. Do you understand?
4 years
over 20 years, other region do you understand? They have their commission. Now it's coming to Southeast. Now the thing is this: they said it's for development, but you and I know that if we want to tell ourselves the truth in this country, there is this ceiling of non-development in Southeast. It's not just now. Maybe if I want to speak, I'll have a lot of things to say. But what I'm saying that this is not what Southeast, in as much as they need it, I'm not saying that they don't need it. This is not what they need now. The Southeast has been meeting with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, discussing with him. They need him to release Nnamdi Kanu for them. That is what they need. This is not just, it's not a gift that they gave to Southeast. It's not, I don't know why people are jubilating over it. It is their right because other regions have it over years. It's even coming late. So it's not something to jubilate about.
Listen, I don't think we should mix apples and oranges together. They are all fruits, but listen to this. Listen.
Allow them develop their region because there has been an agreement.
Would it increase the economy of the East?
Yes.
I'm still talking. I'm not finished, please.
Okay.
I'm still talking.
Let's be fast. Time is running out.
Time is running out.
Please.
Okay.
They need it because it's not as if they are doing them a favor. It is their right. Other regions have had it over 20 years. So they've done it. Kudos to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He did well. But what South is really that? Because you can't be saying you want to develop a region that is not in peace, a region that is in disarray. What Southeast really need is the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They should release Nnamdi Kanu for Southeast.
Thank you. All right then. Okay, thank you.
Can you guarantee that if Nnamdi Kanu comes out that he's not going to cause another havoc? Can you guarantee that? Can you guarantee that Nnamdi Kanu, if he's released, that he's not going to cause another havoc that will kill a lot of children? No, don't do that. No. You are comparing apples and oranges. No, hold on.
No.
You are comparing apples and oranges.
I don't like this thing. Don't say that about Nnamdi Kanu. Is it the one causing problem?
He killed a lot of Igbo children.
Don't
do that.
He did not kill anybody.
I want you to say that about Nnamdi Kanu.
Listen to this. Yeah, listen to this. There are so many Igbo young people that were massacred because of him. If you don't know, I can give you.
Who massacred who?
I can give you statistics. I can give you statistics.
No, Sir George, it is wrong for you to say
Don't do that.
is wickedness
Don't
for you to say
compare.
that.
Don't
say that.
compare what is coming to South East. Listen to this. What I'm saying is, don't tell us what is South
Coming
East
to
needs.
Southeast, they are not
No,
doing Southeast a favor.
don't
It
tell.
is their
No.
right. Other regions have had it over 20
Why
years.
didn't Jonathan give it? Why didn't Jonathan give it
They are
to
not
you?
doing them a favor. It is
Why
their
did
right.
not Jonathan
It's
give
not
it to
when they
you?
want to do them a favor, they
Jonathan,
should release it
why
now.
did he not give it to
Okay.
you?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Why didn't Jonathan give it to you?
Okay.
Was not
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I had to
please.
mute them. Now,
Please, may I come in? May I come in, please?
Go ahead.
Yes. Now let us look at the historical development of this development corporations. The West, the Southwest have had it since the 60s, when Awolowo started the WNDC, Western Nigerian Development Corporation. What is happening now is just bribery. It's just spreading. It's just like giving money that is derived from the Niger Delta to other sections. Because the people in the Northwest started their own banditry, terrorism, and things, and then demanded that their region required a development corporation. The Northeast demanded it. The North Central demanded it. It started with the Niger Delta, because the Niger Delta is the golden goose that is laying the gold for the whole country to. When there was disturbances in that area, a development corporation had to be set up for them. That's why they went to amnesty. The Northeast started their own terrorism and all those things, and then demanded amnesty through Gumi. And then the government acquires and gave it to them about 4 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago. Another one was done for the Northeast. I don't know whether it has been done for the North Central. The Southwest Development Corporation was now reformed and made as if it is the government now that was the federal government that was doing it. But all these things is actually disrupting our federalism. We are moving closer and closer to a unitary government. It is not for the federal government to be setting up development corporations for regions. Let us go back to restructure ourselves, and then let each region develop according to its own resources. As for the Southeast, I've always maintained that as far as the Southeast is concerned, the Fulani oligarchy ruling Nigeria consider the Southeast as a conquered territory. That's why there are so many soldiers and security presence in the Southeast. It is up to the Southeast people to take themselves out, to liberate themselves from this internal colonialism. So when I see two of you, when I see two of you antagonizing each other about Nnamdi Kanu, I feel sorry for you.
Okay,
One second.
Okay.
Massive Mark, listen.
Okay.
I am not saying that the release of Nnamdi Kanu is not necessary, but to compare it to what just happened with this, it's not considered right. Ahmed Tinubu, Asiwaju, just gave the Southeast something that has been lacking for the past 54 years. We have had so many presidents, so many head of states. Other people are enjoying it. The Southeast has been marginalized because of the Civil War. And finally, whether it was simply because of political gain, whether for whatever reason, he decided to do it. It is good for the Southeast, because it's combining the government with the private sectors to raise at least up to 200 billion through collaboration and private sectors. This is going to help the Southeast. Today, if you ask me, River Niger needs to be dredged in order for the sea to be coming, because this is what Igbos needs. Most Igbos are traders. There are so many things that are needed. So
Very
nobody
good.
come and begin to
Very good,
compare
George.
what this man is doing, whether he's doing it for the right reason or the wrong reason. It doesn't matter to me. It is
Very
a
good.
good news, and I personally,
Yes.
praise him for that.
Thank you
So
very much, George. George,
that's all.
take note of what George just said. Let me buttress on that.
But now,
Now this opens
no, wait, let me,
this
I
opens the
understand
door.
him.
This
Can I say,
opens the door for cargo. What do you call it? Cargo something you the Southeast has been yearning for. The wharf. Now this opens door for it, and I mean, what is more? What more could happen to a businessman, somebody that is business inclined, than having his proxy, his location arranged for his business? So yes, Nnamdi is issue, but let's look at the bigger picture,
now,
not just.
you people don't understand my
So,
point. My point is this. I said, listen, I said,
Mhm.
say, granting this bill, it's not a favor they are doing to the Southeast. They are doing what has been agreed. At least I read it very well. After the war,
Yes.
there was an agreement,
Mhm.
part of restitution to rebuild the Southeast. And since
Mhm.
then, that is even when this development commission is supposed to have built and they did not
But
build it. And
it
that's what
was
I'm saying. I
it
said,
wasn't good.
people are jubilating. Let me finish. I said, people are jubilating. I said they did them a favor. It's not a favor. They did what it's supposed to do. Kudos to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That if they want to do Southeast a favor, that they should release Nnamdi Kanu. That's what they need most. That's what I said. I was not complaining. I'm just saying that jubilating over this thing, it's not a favor. They make it look like they did them a favor. It's not a favor. It's what that is supposed to be done. They are just doing it now. And
Why has
doing
it not
now?
been done? Why has it
All
not
right,
been
all right,
done?
gentlemen,
So
it's
think
okay.
about
It's
it.
okay. It's okay. Let's go to other topic. We actually have so many more topics, but we might not be able to run through all of them. But I want us to talk on this too. This is vital too. The outgoing AFDP DB president Adesina. That's our brother. President Adesina is stepping down yesterday. The process of picking the new president for the African Development Bank begins. So Akinwumi Adesina is stepping down, but he says he has achieved some historical feats. He said he rose the bank's capital from $33 billion to $325 billion. So let's talk about Adesina. This is our brother. And apart from being our brother, very hardworking, very dynamic man. Gentlemen, let's talk. George, Adesina is leaving finally after being there for I think since 2026, since 2025. Now he's leaving the African Development Bank. He has done some real great
20,
things.
2015.
2015, sorry,
Yes.
2015. 2015, and he's leaving this time. So he has done some things in healthcare for Africa, food security, transport, electricity, and water asset, good water in his own way and in a very progressive way. Tell us, Raji.
Yes. Additional is an agriculturist,
Okay.
agriculture. So I'll base my analysis of him on how far he has ensured that there's food security in Africa. What has been the involvement of the FDP in the food security in Africa? I can't see much.
You can't see much.
I can't see much. No.
You can't see much.
No, I can't. Unfortunately,
Okay. Who sees what he's doing? Who George? Do you
what
see?
he's doing. Yes.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, he's maintained a very steady growth within that within the organization. But the problem is, on the ground, could we say that what he's been doing since 2015 up until now have helped us tremendously? Like Olayinka Raji will say, yeah, he's grown this thing from 33 billion or 93 billion to 300 and something billion. But today, why are we still going through what we're going through in our own country? And why are other countries even better off than us, since he is the president of this particular African Development Bank? And when it comes to agriculture, which is one of the main areas that he's supposed to man, I don't see any particular development in any part of Nigeria per se that has sustained to this point where we can say, kudos, my brother, you've done a good job. So maybe a lot has happened, but it's not visible to our own eyes. But from looking at everything that we have seen, especially in the past 2 years, these are the buffer zones that are supposed to have helped Nigeria. It's done something that is so mighty and so great that during this economic havoc that is happening in Nigeria, those things could have cushioned the suffering, but it did not. I'm sorry. So maybe when I have to research some more to see exactly what he's done and how he's helped our own country and other countries.
Yes, I was going to say that they don't look only to Nigeria. It's an African thing.
I know.
I know.
Charity begins at home.
Yes, no, but some other African countries too have gained a lot. I know Ivory Coast, the Gambia, there are actually projects. AFDB, the bank has projects in most West African countries, and it looks sustainable too.
Go ahead. Ask yourself a question.
Yeah.
We have so many arid lands in Nigeria. And those arid lands, we see a lot of things happening in different parts of Nigeria where they concentrate in a particular type of product that they produce to help the economy and the food industry as a whole. I know personally, and I need to see a tangible something. Yeah, it's Africa, but yet, what has it done for Nigeria as a country? Since you're from Nigeria, and personally, I haven't seen anything, honestly. Go ahead, Biddy.
Yeah, can I go on? Yeah,
Go
additional
ahead.
about Charlie done well. Additional about Charlie done well. He picked up the African Development Bank from 93 billion, and as he's stepping down, it's now at 325 billion. Do you understand? And what we see in Africa is leaders not wanting to give up their office. If you ask me, this is one office we should even ask him to stay because he has done well. Most African countries have really revived their agriculture, their food basket, they are doing well. Some countries who key into his policies. Nigerian government is one government that have refused to key into additional policies. And that's why a lot of people say, oh, what is he doing? Most countries like Cote d'Ivoire, Gambia, other ones, they queue into his policies and they have done things the way he asked them to do it, and they are getting tremendous results. But Nigeria is a country that you cannot say, and they expect, I don't know the kind of magic they expect him to do. The guy has really done well in Africa, I am telling you. So we should even beg him to stay if we know what we are doing. These are the kind of people who should remain in office. Because
he can't do more than 2 terms. He can't.
I hope he has not been pushing GMO, because that is how he's going to get a lot of financing from the World Bank, from the IMF, and from the.
No, in one of his speech, he was even the one who was even cautioning our government from some cities they were taking up that is not good for the future generation to come. He didn't. I know he was even against it. That I know.
He was against it. Okay, thank you.
You see, that's exactly one of the things that Okay, it's for Africa. Now, why would you think the government will not allow what one of their own is doing for other countries to happen in our own country? Is it that we are refusing to develop? Or is it that we are so ignorant that we can apply some of these scientific things that he's brought to other countries that are helping us out, and we're still crying? So I didn't know this aspect of it that Billy just mentioned.
But he was a minister of Agric before.
Yeah, he was under Jonathan, wasn't he?
Yes.
Was it under Jonathan?
Yes.
Yes. So what I'm saying is this, okay, but even within that period, I saw a few things that he did, which was very, very commendable. But anyway, listen, maybe the government is also the one standing in the gap, standing in between progress and whatever that is supposed to have happened food wise. So I don't know.
Anyway, I wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors.
But he's a fine gentleman. I really,
He
really
is.
I like him personally. He's a
It's
very
great
fine
affair.
gentleman. He
It's
maintains
great
his
affair. We
composure.
produce a
Yes,
lot of gentlemen.
yes.
Great
Like
affair,
you,
yes.
like you.
BD and Raji, on the quick one, tell us. Tinubu is in Lagos today for ECOWAS 50th anniversary that has been going on for some time now, from Ghana now in Lagos. What do we expect? They said he's also opening up the Lagos end of the coastal road. What are some of the events that will be happening with his stay in Lagos?
BD, go on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he's already in Lagos, and he was received
Mhm.
by the governor of
The
Lagos State.
governor of
So
Lagos State, Baba.
yeah, he was
Mhm.
refused by the governor of Lagos State, and the other head of state that will be on ground that are on ground is Gowon, who will be giving speech, and Tinubu and Torre, Abi, yeah, Omar Torre will be giving speech too. So I think the events should be kicking off as well here now. The event should be ongoing now. I've not really know what is
Yeah,
Okay.
they
going on.
also mentioned that Yakubu Gowon,
Mhm.
who is the only living head of state or president, when this thing was signed, is also he will also
Yes,
will be
He's already on ground.
speaking.
it's
Yeah,
already on
he's
ground.
going to speak in. So
Nice.
so
Yes.
Okay.
then
50
after
BD.
years
that,
ago,
he's going to.
sorry, 50 years ago, when ECOWAS was coming on, there was something being said around Lagos in Yoruba, pé ECOWAS, wọ́n ń pe ẹ̀kọ́ wà, ṣùgbọ́n àkàrà ni ò sí. Normally, the Yoruba man will eat the ẹ̀kọ́ with akara. And ECOWAS means that ẹ̀kọ́ wà, àkàrà ni ò sí.
I can really see.
There's ẹ̀kọ́, but there's no akara to go with it.
That,
The
that,
situation,
that's
the situation seems to be worse now. There's no
Exactly.
ẹ̀kọ́ and there's no akara. So we are all looking at.
And part of the things they
all
say
right.
they are going to discuss is
Yes.
Mali, Burkina
Okay.
Faso exits. They say they are going to discuss it. They are not letting them go. But I wonder how
Okay.
they said they are not letting
You
them
can't,
know
you
with
can't
this
force them.
tyrant way of discuss.
Okay. All right, viewers. That's it. Tinubu in Lagos. The event will include the declaration of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs in Victoria Island. BD, do us the favor of following the news. Let's see what happens. Let's understand some of the landmark things that goes with this 50th anniversary.
I'm in Tanzania. I may not give you full news of that. I'm already in Tanzania. I'm doing my Tanzania news. For
Okay. So
Juice and Priscilla Ojo final wedding. I'm connecting
okay.
with them live.
Oh, all right, you're good. So you're in Tanzania now. Now you would have helped to bring some updates from that end. That's beautiful. So
I'm there
yeah,
live. I'm not there physically. I'm there live.
okay.
Unlike I'm
Wow.
going live there.
Okay, okay. Anyway, gentlemen, thank you so much. We had other things to discuss, but I think Friday will come in to do them. George, the king was in your place to open the new session of Parliament. We
It's
wanted
an
to hear. Yeah.
interesting one, actually. It's an
Mhm,
interesting one. And
mhm.
he was here, but it was a strategic move by Mike Carney to make sure that Donald Trump understands the sovereignty of Canada is unquestionable, that
Yes.
we're not for sale. So he did that
Nice.
move. He did that move just to
Mhm.
caution the man, to let him know, listen, we are not for sale. So that was a very powerful move that he made. And most of the speech that he read was actually written by the government. So,
Mm.
this man is using wisdom to deal with, Donald Trump and his, whatever he's wanting to do. So I am so proud of this current Prime Minister of Canada right now and the way he's moving. So we're proud of him. It was a very powerful move, and this thing has not been done in the past 50 years.
Yes,
So
that's what we
he's
heard.
able, and
This
part of
is
the
the
reason
second
why
time.
it's being done actually is because the Prime Minister of UK invited Donald Trump twice, in spite of what is happening with Canada, and that is the reason why he made sure that the King and the Queen were here to open the session. So it's a very powerful strategic move.
So now chess game is going on. Political
That's
chess
what
game.
that's what it
America,
is.
UK, Canada. Canada in the center. Canada as the queen, and all these other pawns and all these little knights and all the rest. Good. All right, gentlemen. Thank you. We have to go now. Viewers,
All right.
you have been with us today, Wednesday, the 28th of May, and it's been beautiful hearing all the discussion. Friday, George will be here. Raji, Friday, we want to also hear more on the 80th, 50th anniversary of ECOWAS.
Echo.
And,
And
yes.
I hope that during this ECOWAS situation, that they will really discuss seriously how they can collaborate with one another and bring back these lost countries like Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, and the rest of them to bring peace, because this is about time for that to happen. But whether it will work or not, I'm not sure.
I don't think it will. Well, let's see how they play the game. As UK and Canada is playing the game with Trump, let's see how ECOWAS plays the game and bring their brothers back. Until then, you guys have a beautiful week, midweek. God bless you.
Yes, thank you.